It's actually a really big park to only have a skate park and a playground. There's a playground right here. There's like a little bowl over here. And then there's like some tech stuff over there. But yeah, we're at Snady Hills Skatepark, aka Lansdowne. Google says Snady Hills, but everyone calls it Lansdowne. But yeah, this is my first time being here. And as soon as you walk in, this is what you see, or at least this is what you see from the bowl. They have a whole separate area for just a bowl. This is like wicked. I'll cruise through it just so that you guys can see and feel everything that I'm saying. This looks nice. I do notice that the coping isn't like coping. It kind of feels like a DIY because of this, but there is a little coping over here. It's like built into the concrete. This is what it looks like from the other angle. And you got some bumps and a ramp all the way over there. And if you've been subscribed to this channel even for a little bit, you'd know that I'm not much of a transition guy, so this is gonna be a fun video for me. More DIY stuff over here. All right, so I'm at the corner of it all. I just had to put my stuff down, but you can either go this way, ride this way, or take this path over here. It's really mellow over there, but it gets really steep over here and concave-ish. So much speed because it's like coming downhill. So yeah, that's the bowl section of this park. I'll get into the tech part later in this video. From what I'm seeing, it looks like they have ledges, ramps, a rail, like a flat rail, and a little pyramid in the middle, something like that. Yeah, I'll get into that later in this video. For right now, we're just gonna scope out this bowl, see what's up, try to skate it. I'm set at the tripod, and yeah, we're gonna get a couple clips. Just to show you guys how much speed I'm getting from this one path alone, I'm just gonna record with my GoPro. I did tell you guys that it gets steeper as you progress down the ramp. You have to like S-curve down it because it's no fun if you just go down the middle. But yeah, here we go. Oh my god, it gets so steep, it's like hard to control. That was definitely fun. All right, so now I kind of do want to come down here and hit this coping. It is a little elevated and it's on my backside, so I'm gonna have to just go for it. Backside, they don't have any coping on the other side, so just gotta go straight for the back 50-50. I just gotta treat it like a bump to ledge. It's not that steep. I just gotta commit to it for real. Just so weird. I almost want to call this like a street spot. It feels like super sketchy everywhere, but I definitely consider this a DIY. All right, there we go. Now I just gotta put that front track back on. Got a little slide action there. Definitely stuck on that one. I think that was it. In and out just like that. I'll try it one more. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to take that one. After you come from there, you can go around this part of the bowl or like over top of this part. Let me just show you guys what that looks like. As you can see, I don't get too much speed coming into it, but I can kind of like pump and get speed coming out of it. Also, the fact that it's downhill also helps. This is like the perfect type of warm-up, to be honest. You don't have to do any flip tricks, don't have to really ollie too much. Just gotta curve out the bowl. I do want to hit this ledge, but it's like so high. And it does look a little rusty too. So let's check out some of the other things they have around this bowl, and then we'll get to the tech. You really need to know where you're going for this. Otherwise, you're just gonna shoot out of nowhere. Get so much speed. I feel like I could just launch out of here. Nope, 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 not this time. What is this? Oh my, ew. What did I just step in? It looks like a normal ramp until you see the back end. Literally nothing there except a bunch of dirt. There's the tech spot. First thing you probably already noticed is that this part of the park is made out of this concrete, similar to what you would see on the road. Secondly, all their flat bars are mobile. This one just looks super high for a flat rail, and it's a little shaky if you kick it. And then there's one last one over here. I'm pretty sure this is the only one that's actually nailed into the ground. It actually looks pretty decent. It's a nice height too. Another thing I noticed is that this park just looks super old. Like if you just look at the quality of the material, it just looks super like worn and overdeveloped. We're gonna get a couple tricks, so let's get into it. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with this. The build is like super strong. I'm guessing this was made by Skate Waves, but the platform up here feels like what you would feel at like a playground. It feels like super similar to that. But yeah, everything feels like really good over here. So now we're on to the next obstacle. I think we're just gonna go with this ledge for right now. I don't know who is ollieing up onto here. It's so high. It's like almost to my waist. And maybe they're just like ollieing onto this part, the lower part, and then grinding this part, but even still, it's still high for that. So like, but yeah, let's get a couple clips on this. Finally get to do a couple front side grinds. I also really like it when skate parks have their own porta potty. Also like when skate parks have like a basketball court right next to it, because sometimes after I skate, I'll like go and play basketball, and it's something that I don't have to take seriously or don't have to like work too hard at to like maintain, just because like I'm just playing around. Yeah, it's kind of like something I do on the side, one of my hobbies. I really do not like this flat ground. There's just so much traction. I feel like my wheels have gotten an inch smaller just from riding on this flat ground. What the heck was that? That literally almost killed me. Little pebble. Ramps actually feel really smooth. It's just the flat ground that's just like so bad. It like slows you down even when you're coming from the ramp. But I'm gonna try to get a couple tricks on the flat bar. It's a round row, pretty low, so I'm gonna get a couple basic tricks and then wrap this video up. The bowl was really fun, the little obstacles around it and like the coping, the elevated coping, that was pretty fun too. It's just the main thing that I really came here for was this part of the park, and it ended up being not as good as I wanted it to be, mainly just because of one thing, just the flat ground. My favorite part about this part of the park is probably the mini ramp, most likely just because it doesn't include the flat ground. But I will say this little flat rail is pretty cool. It's like low enough to try almost anything on. But yeah, other than that, everything else was like pretty mid, pretty meh. I don't know if I would be coming to this park again. If I do, it's probably for either the mini ramp or the bowl, probably not to skate the flat ground at all. The only recommendation I would have for this part, this DIY, is just to paint the flat ground. I feel like it would make it a lot smoother and just make it a lot better overall, because the ramps are like perfect. They're like smooth, give you enough speed, and they feel great, but the flat ground kind of messes it up. Overall, I would probably give this park maybe like a 5 or a 4. I'm not really into transition skating, and the stuff that I do know how to skate isn't even like that skatable just because of the flat ground. So if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and yeah, I guess that's the end of this YouTube video, and I'll see you guys later, and I'm out.